Well, we haven't uploaded any videos in over 6 months, so it's a new year, it's 2022, and we're going to give it a second bash, and hopefully this year will be a lot more active. I think we were kind of resting on our laurels, hoping that things would improve with this whole pandemic situation, and that we'd be able to go out and do things, but I think we just got to take it by the reins and just go, do you know what, sod it, it is what it is, and just go on with life. So here we are, giving it a second bash. Now, I've always wanted to do more of these wildlife videos. I have done them in the past on a separate YouTube channel, and that's what I'm going to return to doing this year in conjunction with obviously the outdoorsy videos and kayaking and walking, etc. So I've come out to Wallasea Island, which is a local nature reserve near where I live, and this is probably not going to be the best one I've ever produced because it's been quite a while and I'm probably a little bit rusty. But we'll see how it goes. I'm obviously also waiting for a different camera because this camera I'm using, although it's okay, is not the best. So, but we'll see how it goes, and hopefully it all goes well. Here is a red shank. Here we have some shelduck, and in this scene with the boat here we have the shelduck in the centre, but there's also, I think they're lapwing in the background, but we've got some oyster catchers in the background and also in the foreground at the bottom there too. These are rather unmistakable. There's a large gathering of Canadian geese. So I took the Jubilee Marsh Trail, or I actually didn't realise that they actually linked up these paths, because the last time I came to Wallasea Island and actually walked any distance, these paths weren't actually connected. Although I am pretty surprised that they've got this, seems to be like a national thing at the moment, with these England coast paths that are cropping up everywhere in the region. So I'd be very interested to see what that leads to in the long run. I think these are ringed plover, but I couldn't get any closer on the zoom to actually make sure that was the case, but hopefully anyone will correct me if I'm wrong there. Seeing these from a distance, I thought this was a big murmuration of lapwing because there have been quite a few of them around over the last few months over here. But I think when I got closer, this was a big group of widgeon. This is a godwit, which, like the curlew, is also on the red for endangered list. This, on the other hand, is a little egret, and I still can't believe, and I know I've said this many times before on previous videos on other channels, but I still can't believe that these only got introduced, or were introduced themselves to the UK and northern France in the 1990s, because they are absolutely everywhere you go now. And I think it's strange how two birds like the godwit and these little egret, they're still very similar birds, but are doing very differently in terms of their success. It's very strange. As I said previously, the last time I walked this far on Wallasea Island. This hide was just a dead end and I had to go back the way I came, but now they've actually linked up all the paths and there's like a perimeter walk that goes all the way around Wallasea Island. So I was pleasantly surprised, so I took this new path and risked it, since I certainly did not bring suitable footwear for this weather and season. Here we have a group of cormorants just chilling out on this fence panel here. I was surprised to see this coming into land at Southend. This is an A400M, it's an RAF transport plane. It's just actually, since the lockdown has basically shut the airport down pretty much completely, the RAF have been doing a lot of training exercises coming in and out of Southend. I've seen a C-17 and an Osprey over the last few years landing there, so well, at least the airport's getting some use anyway. I spotted this marsh harrier from a distance. It's just a pity that it wasn't closer. The weather was certainly starting to change for the worse, so I decided I would head off for some fine dining and a nice hot drink. Because why not? I did return with the intention of going to Lion Creek, which I did, but unfortunately there was nothing really around, and to be honest, the last 3 or 4 times I've actually been to Lion Creek, I've not seen a sausage. I've seen a few woodpeckers in the trees there, but that's about it. I didn't actually go into the hide that's actually on this site, but 2 people were having a conversation in there and I felt a little bit awkward staying in there, so decided to get out of there. Now what I have included is this footage of this ship being unloaded at the Baltic Wharf. The Baltic Wharf is a very small port here on Wallasea Island, which I think they mainly use for timber coming in from, well, Baltic and Scandinavian countries. You might be wondering, or you might be saying to yourself, hang on, why on earth has he put in footage of a ship being unloaded on a wildlife film? Well, to be honest, it's because I don't really have anywhere else to put this, and it's just a nice way of documenting what was here before they most likely buy the land and build loads of houses here in the not so distant future. So that's why. So in 10-20 years time, this video is out there in the ether somewhere, and hopefully someone might find it and say, hang on a second, this is what used to be here before there was this huge housing estate. So after looking at my weather app, I realised it was going to start raining within half an hour, and only had about an hour and a half of light left, especially with it being this cloudy. So that's it, that's the conclusion of this wildlife film. I apologise, it's not the greatest, and I can only get better with time as I get more practice again. But for now, that's it, and thank you for watching.